Y'all stop it. 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 Y'all stop it.
He's swinging them bitches. Yeah. Thank you. Yo, you ready? All right, let me know when to search.
Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. There are certain games along the way that define your season, and this certainly will be one of them, a top 5 showdown. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. first down. Here comes this offense. Takes the handoff. It's White. At the 35, he's got room. Off he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Line gets set. First down. Power football with the run. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Unloads quickly. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Georgia going up tempo. Gonna run it. It's White. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The toss sweep to the right. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to get the corner. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
He'll come out throwing on first down, trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Now, 4th down.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Milwin. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon, but usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. The defense gets the big stop.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the ball is picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A first down for the offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. He tries to take the top off. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
The run to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia going up tempo.
Second down.
Leaves it with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
Running to the left. Turns it on at midfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll go right back to it. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Quickly out to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quick pass on the fly motion. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to get...
Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the 3rd quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trend setter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think
he's going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The play action fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Roll that offense back out there. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, keep it, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapse the pocket on that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Tuggle. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Trying play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Throws to the wideout. That pass is intercepted, but he's out of bounds, so it'll go down as an incompletion and a stroke of good luck for the quarterback.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They go to the ground. Pirouettes away from the defense. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He's got great speed, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins that time, Dioff.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
First down for this offense. The back goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Nolan. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It's now second down after the short completion. Motion from the offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Now on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete on the right side. And that one did not work. Look, you would love to have gotten the touchdown there, but at this point, just take the lead with the field goal.
And it's so hard because you've been thinking aggressive. Listen, let's stretch this lead out now. You got to think, hey, I got to make them score a touchdown, get a field goal right here, and rely on my defense.
Absolutely perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Nolan. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's off to the races. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. On the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He's going to fire deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You got to be able to finish plays. And that running back had it, man. He had a first down. He just could not hold on to the football. You got to be able to finish runs. That's one thing this coaching staff is always preaching to their backfield.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's White. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear... Although that's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Touch pass on the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's a throw downfield late. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
Big-time players make big-time plays.
Good game, bro.
Games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping.
Good game, man. Fuck.
When you already got a lead, nice job, D.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory.
Oh, that's full. Fuck.
The quarterback takes the snap and takes a knee.
Good shit, Snake.
It came down to the final quarter.
Good shit.
Much played. Guys delivered.
Every dog has their day. That's my saying, dog.